You're psychic, but people and yourself is calling this anxiety. What if it's not anxiety at all? What if it's your gift, your intuition? You can feel a lot of energy in this world. You can feel things before they happen, right? You can walk in a room and instantly sense tension. You get chills randomly. You're not crazy. You're just psychic, and your body's been trying to tell you through different messages and different things in life, and you've just been ignoring them or not caring. Hey soul family, welcome back to my channel. This is Red the Goddess. Y'all already know I'm looking ditzy right now. I don't care. Y'all already know this channel is not about looks. It's not about looking good. It's about feeling good. I make videos on this channel for the spiritually gifted, for the misunderstood, and for the chosens. We're speaking about the truth about anxiety, even though it's your actual intuition. Ever been told that you are too sensitive, too emotional? You feel things deeper than the next person. You feel overwhelmed in crowds, or if you cry randomly for no reason, this video is for you, so keep watching, okay? Some of the stuff I didn't name, you feel me? You might want to still keep watching. Let's be real here, okay? The world, society, the government, they're teaching you to numb your powers. At a very young age, they're already trying to change your way of thinking and trying to close your third eye when you're younger. Be saying things like, you're being dramatic, stop overthinking, it's not that deep, right? But what if it is that deep? Anxiety is the body's alarm system, okay? In spiritually gifted people, that alarm isn't always warning you of danger. Sometimes you're gonna get warned of energy shifts, okay? It's not always negative. You might feel an emotion that's not even yours. You can be with somebody and you know they hiding something because you can feel it. You were around a place that caused trauma, so maybe you feel other spirits, or you feel the energy, the traumatic energy, or whatever the case may be. Or even if you walked past somebody or walked in a room and they just argued, you can feel the fucking tension. When you can feel like a spiritual presence is around you or around other people, or maybe, like I said, in a house or something like that, you can sense that shit. You can feel it. Anxiety is the word society uses. What's really happening is spiritual sensitivity and spiritual awareness. We're picking up on vibrations that other people are numb to it. They don't care. They don't think about it. They probably can't sense it, but you can. And this is exactly me. A lot of the stuff that I talk about on my channel, y'all, that's exactly what I've been through it, or I'm going through it, or I am that way. And I speak on a lot of stuff that's on my spiritual channel, you guys, that I agree to, or I relate to, or I actually did, or seen, or heard, or practiced, or whatever the case may be. So I'm speaking from my point of view, and I'm also speaking from just everything from what I've learned, whether it's from videos, books, teachers, whatever the case may be. I'm teaching y'all something that I have learned over the years, and you're going to always be learning about possibly the same subject or the same thing for months or years on end, because you're always going to learn new information. You can decode energy that's invisible to everybody else. Like, for example, I always can tell when somebody's intentions are good just by how they look at me, okay? Especially if they constantly stare. I can feel the person's energy, if it's good energy or if it's negative. I can feel it. And even with me just living in my apartment complex and walking around, I can sense who is bad and who's good. I can sense what energy they carry, and I can sense what they fucking probably thinking about, or what their energy is when they look at me. So I can sit here and recognize patterns, not just based not analyzing it, but it's easy to recognize patterns and recognitions. And then when you're also spiritual, it's like you are so gifted, I swear. So when you can recognize patterns and different things, and then your spiritual side can also feel the energy, bro, that's the icing and the cake. You feel me? So a lot of people will think that you're crazy because you can walk past somebody in the apartments. Like, for example, I walk past people in the apartments, and I'll tell my roommate all the time that I could feel that this person has bad intentions. I could feel that this person got bad energy. This person followed me. This person was doing weird shit. Like, I can just sense it. I can just feel it. And he will always say I'm delusional. He would say I'm crazy. I'm overthinking. He would say these people aren't bothering me, this, that, and the third. Cut these people off, okay? These people are trying to make you shrink your gift instead of expanding your gift. The psychic symptoms that a lot of people can ignore, that people call anxiety, they're really spiritual downloads. Tightness in your chest around certain people. Your body is warning you that their energy is off. Random heat on your body or in your face. It could be energy activation, or a spiritual presence, okay? And it also could be negative. 3, crying for no reason. Absorbing emotions as a collective or from a certain spirit that is trying to release pain through you. 4 is racing thoughts. Be downloading so many fucking spiritual messages at once, okay? So many spiritual downloads at once. You feel overwhelmed in crowds. Empathetic. You absorb everything, okay? Sounds, moods, thoughts, and it's not just in your head. Stop making people think that y'all are delusional out here, and y'all aren't. Most of you are not broken. You're just untrained when it comes to the spirituality shit. Don't need to be medicated. You know, you got to be guided. You need to be grounded and spiritually protected. That's the problem. It will gaslight the hell out of you. If you're a woman, especially because of your race, or how spiritually in tuned you are, okay? You could be so spiritually gifted and so in tuned, and when you're talking to people, they're not going to understand. They're going to look at it as demonic. They're going to look at it as weird. They're going to look at you wasting your energy and your time on something that has no value in their eyes. But in reality, it does, because your soul, right, is your spirit, right? And you're in a body. So people tend to forget that religion is spiritual. When you sit here and you're thinking about your soul, you're thinking about your body, you're thinking about, you know, your aura, your mindset, that is all spirituality, whether or not people realize it or not. Call it anxiety because they don't understand it, okay? Tell you to relax, even though your spirit is yelling. Wildest part to me is some of y'all have been given pills to mute your gift, okay? Y'all know that the government is shady. Y'all know that some of these things are shady, of course. And it's up to you to wake up. It's up to you to change how you are, the way that you think, and what you're doing in life. It's up to you. Nobody else can sit here and force you, especially after 18. It's not hard to stop getting brainwashed. It's not hard to have your own mind and to have your own thoughts. It's not hard. You have no excuses after you're 18. No, you don't need to be silenced, okay? You don't need to be all over the place. You need to be grounded. You need to be awarded. We're going to call you sensitive, but I'm going to call you powerful. Not overreacting. You're just overly feeling everything. Ask y'all a few real questions, okay? Do you know when somebody's lying without any physical proof? Like, can you just tell off of energy or off of your gut hurting or something, right? The second question is, do you feel drained after talking to certain people? You get vivid dreams that come true. Electronics act funny around you. Turn off, turn on, glitch, whatever. Don't matter if it's your car, don't matter if it's your phone, your PlayStation, don't fucking matter. Even you walking into a room and the light flickers. You heard voices, or whispering when nobody's around. These are psychic markers. They're recognizance, clairvoyance, clairsentience. I don't know if I said it right. You have the gifts, but you're trying to explain them through trauma and through logic because no one ever taught you what they really are. You grew up in a really, really, really religious household or a controlling or emotionally shut down household or childhood. You were probably taught to fear your gifts. You were probably taught to ignore them, to shut out your feelings, shut out your emotions. Your so-called instincts are crazy to other people, but to you, you know that something's going on. You know you've been right. You know you're right. But what do you do if you're realizing this whole time that you've been psychic and you're not anxious? Ground yourself daily, okay? You know, walk barefooted on grass, spiritual baths, you know, practicing breathing techniques like what monks do, meditating and stuff like that. You know, pray, touch trees. One is to journal, okay? The more you write down your intuition, thoughts, and like stuff like that, the more you're going to see patterns, okay? You'll realize that you're not imagining it and your intuition is accurate, okay? So when you're sitting over here and you're like, okay, here's the time I hang out with this one friend, they're constantly making my body feel weird. Write it down every single time, and then you're going to start to notice that probably doesn't happen with anybody else besides this person. Learning how to shield your energy. Realize the white light around you, you know, and say affirmations. I return all this energy to the sender. Just wanted to embrace your gift, not fear it. Stop being scared of the unknown. Stop being scared of things because y'all don't understand it. Y'all don't research it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all think everything is demonic, negative. How? I were never meant to fit in this fucking world. You know, you're a spiritual being in a human body. You're here to feel. Hence, to know what other people don't and what they probably never will. Stop calling your power a disorder. Stop calling it anxiety. Okay, it's a gift. you don't know much about clairvoyant and clair all them things, you guys need to look up all those things. Look up different types of spiritual gifts on Google. Like I said, Google is your best friend. That's all I can say.